Have you noticed that it's becoming harder to focus on anything for long? A movie you would have enjoyed years ago now feels slow after 10 minutes. You open one video, then another, without even realizing it. You check your phone during a show you specifically chose to watch. You switch songs halfway through. You scroll while eating, scroll while thinking, scroll while waiting. Sometimes, even while someone else is talking. And the strange part is, most people don't actually enjoy feeling this way. It feels restless, like your mind is constantly searching for something it can't fully find. But short attention spans aren't just about being distracted. Psychologically, they may reveal something much deeper about the way modern life is changing our brains. Because the real issue isn't that people suddenly became lazy. It's that our minds adapted to a world that never stopped stimulating us. A few seconds of boredom used to be normal. Waiting in line, sitting in silence, looking out a car window, eating without watching something. But now, silence feels different, almost uncomfortable. The moment our brain senses even a tiny pause, many of us instinctively reach for stimulation. A notification, a short video, music, another tab, anything to avoid that empty mental space. And over time, the brain quietly learns something dangerous. Slow equals boring. Fast equals rewarding. That conditioning changes more than people realize. Because social media platforms are designed around novelty, every swipe gives your brain the possibility of something new. A funny clip, an emotional story, a shocking opinion, a beautiful face, a burst of information. And psychologically, unpredictability is powerful. Your brain keeps scrolling because it might find something rewarding on the next swipe. The same mechanism exists in slot machines. Not every pull gives a reward, but the possibility keeps people engaged. And eventually, the brain starts craving constant change, which makes ordinary moments feel strangely dull in comparison. This is why many people now struggle to sit through things they genuinely care about. Books, long conversations, studying, even rest itself. Not because they're incapable of focus, but because their brain has adapted to faster stimulation patterns. When your mind becomes used to constant novelty, slower experiences stop producing the same level of mental reward. And that creates a strange emotional side effect. People begin feeling mentally exhausted, while also feeling unable to slow down. Their brain wants rest, but silence no longer feels restful. So instead of recovering mentally, people consume more stimulation trying to feel better. More scrolling, more videos, more background noise, more tabs open at once. And ironically, that often makes the mental fatigue even worse. What's interesting is that many people with shorter attention spans are not unintelligent. In fact, some are extremely mentally active. Their thoughts move quickly. Their emotions process deeply. Their minds constantly search for engagement. The problem is that modern platforms train the brain to expect immediate emotional payoff, which slowly lowers tolerance for patience. Even small delays start feeling frustrating. A video buffering for 5 seconds, a conversation with pauses, a slower-paced movie, reading more than a few paragraphs. The brain begins craving stimulation before it fully processes the current moment. And over time, many people lose something they don't even realize they're losing: the ability to simply sit with their own thoughts. That may be one of the biggest psychological changes happening right now. Because constant stimulation doesn't just affect focus, it affects self-awareness. Silence used to force people inward, into reflection, into boredom, into imagination, into uncomfortable thoughts. But today, people can escape almost every quiet moment instantly. And when a person constantly avoids mental stillness, they may slowly lose connection with themselves. That's why some people feel strangely anxious the moment life becomes quiet. No music, no scrolling, no notifications, no distraction, just themselves. And for many people now, that feels unfamiliar. But attention spans are not permanently broken. The brain adapts both ways. The same mind that learned constant stimulation can also relearn stillness, slowly, through moments of silence, longer conversations, watching something without checking your phone, letting boredom exist without immediately escaping it. At first, it feels uncomfortable because your brain expects stimulation, but eventually, something interesting happens. Your thoughts become clearer, your mind feels calmer, you start noticing things again, and experiences begin feeling deeper instead of just faster. Because the human mind was never designed to process endless stimulation every waking moment. Sometimes, the brain isn't asking for more content. Sometimes it's asking for peace. And maybe that's why so many people feel mentally tired today. Not because they're weak, but because their minds never truly get a moment to breathe. If this video made you reflect on your own habits, you're probably not alone. If this video made you think, take a moment to like, subscribe, and join the inner thinker. We explore the quiet thoughts people rarely talk about. New videos every week.